What's up, you absolutely wonderful Magento 11 friends of mine? Joseph from SwiftOtter here with another question to prove your expert status. This one is about I almost said the answer, so we're not going to say that, about how to show messages on the front end. This is ultimately covered, and one reason I chose this question here this week, in our new course coming out on April 10th. It's called Magento 101. Now, see, here's the thing. We can talk about building a module in Magento all day long, right? Just, hey, do this step, do this step, do this step, and you'll get some experience in Magento. Yeah, that's fine. But look at it this way. This course was written by Chris Nanninga. He is a brilliant Magento instructor who has been working in Magento since 2010, somewhere in there, like some of the very earliest days of Magento. He started right away on Magento 2 when that came out in late 2015. He has worked on numerous high-profile projects, and he combines all this knowledge and boils it down into what you need to know to be an effective Magento developer starting from ground zero. So not only do you find, of course, a tutorial that's highly practical and useful, like literally you can deploy this module in a useful sense on a customer's website, but it also goes into what pitfalls, what traps are you likely to encounter, and how do you really sift through some of these challenges? For that, I am incredibly excited about this course. April 10th, it's coming out. Make sure that you don't miss this opportunity. It is going to be absolutely tremendous. We're going to have an introductory special on it. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And so stay tuned. We'll keep you in the loop on this. Moving forward, we had some very good interaction here on our question here this week. Basically, everybody got it right, which was 100% success rate, which it kind of tells me maybe I should make these questions a little harder. It's always tough to know where it's going to come in. But this question was one that specifically is answered in this course. And like I said, it gives you a well-rounded, great foundation to starting up on Magento. And ultimately, the idea is after this course, you are ready to begin preparing for your professional developer certification through another course that we have. So it's a roadmap, bam, 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 and you can start knocking out certifications just like that, which is our goal for you. So without further ado, let's jump in and take a look at our question for today. You are building some enhancements into the customer registration workflow. You have built a plugin to load details from an external system. Part of these details involve enabling pieces of functionality in my account. All right, so basically when these details are loaded from the external system, then features are enabled in my account. So given the situation that the connection to the external system fails, how would you present this information to the customer? Very interesting question. And I would say, as always, our questions, we strive to have them be highly practical. This is a great situation in a B2B scenario, not out of the realm of possibility at all. So let's take a look at our answers. A, add error details to the customer code cookie. So again, it's a matter of how do we show these errors to the customer on the front end. So the customer cookie here, let's say, is like a magic cookie. We set the value of it, and it's going to show that on the front end. Redirect to an error controller to provide appropriate details. So this would be like an error page that we have set up, and then use the message manager class to send an error message. Now, let's jump through these here. The error details in a customer error cookie, I'm not aware of said cookie, so we can discount this one right away. B is an interesting option. This would be probably a good option if we need a significant amount of details present. So it's not just the type of thing that's saying, hey, we got a problem here. It's like, okay, we got a problem and you need to do X, Y, and Z, and whatever comes after Z, Z1 or ZA. You need to do all these different steps to get this account instated or whatever. It's probably not going to be a connection error at that point. Connection error means we have a problem, and hopefully the system has been built to notify if there is said error. So while B is a reasonable contender, given this information and given what we have talked about in this question, for this situation, I don't think that B is the good option. Now, based off of process of elimination, we get into C. So use the message manager class. Ultimately, the message manager extends or implements the manager interface, which you can see right here. The message manager interface, which provides the capability to add messages. And specifically in our case, we would use the add error. So we would inject manager interface into our constructor, and then we would call the add error and pass along our message. And the next time this page is loaded, which would be when it's like redirected back to the customer registration page on failure, it would then put this message at the top in red, highlighted as an error, and and show this to the customer. So hopefully there's appropriate actions to be taken in there, either just click register again or whatever that action is. But this is a very quick, easy way to show messages to the customer. And again, this is covered in this forthcoming Magento 101 course that will be available April 10th, and I am really, really excited about it.